Hello, we are Sorted Food, and today we're going to be feeding two of our normals some potentially polarising, pretentious ingredients. We're going to get them to see if they can guess what they are, then we'll put them into a dish and ultimately want to know what they think of them, a proper, honest review.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready to be polarising and polarised. Put your sunblock on. Right, come on then, number one.
I'll start.
Do you know what instantly this looks like to me? Some sort of cheesy powder that would be on crisps.
That looks like Cheeto dust.
Yeah.
Does it smell like Cheeto dust?
It does no smell like Cheeto dust.
Oh, it smells like fish dust. Oh, that is the fishiness that keeps giving. Because of the texture, basically, it's fishy, and then it sort of dissolves into a paste that just covers everything.
Any guesses?
I think it's some sort of shrimp-based seasoning that probably is designed to bring out umami and stuff.
It is grey mullet roe, Bataga. So this particular one is an Italian product, although the process of drying and using mullet roe exists all over the world. So you get it in Taiwan, you get it in Korea, you get it in places like Greece as well.
And my guess is that you're not supposed to eat it as a powder?
Yeah, absolutely not.
It is rarely eaten off of a teaspoon.
Okay, fine.
Would you like to have it in situ?
Yes, please. That looks delicious.
Sur la mer.
A wonderful Italian seafood dish that has been finished with a Bataga powder, just sprinkled over as is.
Well, straight off the bat, that is top notch.
Yeah. Now, obviously, this has a big seafood taste to it anyway because it's packed full of seafood. What the powder does is take that flavour to the next level. It makes the prawns taste far more of prawns than they did before. It makes the calamari taste far more like calamari than it does without it. As a seasoning, that's superb.
It's a different texture from anything else on the dish, and it's really pleasant. And it does really make a difference taste-wise, doesn't it?
It does.
Wow.
In terms of process, the roe is hand massaged to remove any air pockets, and it is then slowly dried and preserved in salt.
So it's people's jobs to massage fish eggs.
Mm-hmm. And this, well, it's more kind of massaging to get rid of any air pockets, because if you've got like
Oh, that would be the worst, wouldn't it?
a sack of eggs, you don't want air pockets in as well.
Oh, sack of eggs is such a horrible term.
Can I have a ballpark figure at how long the process takes? Because that will affect highly the price that I guess.
Yeah.
Give or take, depending on how long it takes to massage, about 2 weeks of drying.
Are there any other comparable products out there that have a comparable effect?
I think it is fairly unique as that, but there are lots of examples out there of things that are either salted or fermented and dried that you can grate over and give that umami kick. And the salted duck egg we looked at, or fermented duck egg a while ago, is one of those. To be honest with you, an aged Parmesan is similar. How much for that 40-gram jar?
£20.
14 pounds.
£8.40
Oh,
for a little jar. I mean, it does make it over £210 a kilo.
as far as seasonings go, where we've looked at truffle salts or 2,000-year-old salts and peppers and things like that, that is on the cheap end of other things we've reviewed.
I mean, it's still very expensive.
It's still a lot of money, but I don't know whether it's expensive.
I think that's okay. I think it does an amazing job, and it's great. And I can't really think of anything similar that's not Parmesan.
Pretentious or not?
That's not pretentious at all. That's great, and it's local to the wonderful people of Italy, and it works.
I think it's pretentious, but not in a bad way.
Number 2.
Straight off the bat, kimchi paste.
Like chorizo-y nduja.
Do ya? Now, should we smell it and taste it and change our answers?
Yes. Oh, it's more vinegary.
Yeah, it's really acidic, but fruity acidic.
Yeah, very fruity.
Smells like plums or something like
It
that.
could be plums, you know.
Do you know, like?
Yeah, like spicy plums.
Yeah.
Taste it.
It's very thick and very pasty and spicy and really fermenty. Really fermenty.
It is kimchi-ish. It's got a really lovely spice to it, and it tastes of port.
This is Kansuri. So it is a Japanese aged chili paste that is combined with yuzu and koji. It's got some very interesting methods in its production, but shall we put it to some use?
Oh, what the... That looks amazing.
There's
and
a lot of food.
It was emulating a yakitori grill.
I mean, I'm excited
it's
by
like being
this.
at a TGI Fridays when they bring out fajitas, isn't it?
There's a real selection of chicken skewers. You've got chicken arms, wings, chicken legs, chicken thigh, chicken skin, and chicken balls. All the parts of a chicken, which kind of emulated when I was there. You got all the parts of the cow, I remember, right the way down to different parts of the stomach. So we wanted to give you that experience.
He lives in his own reality that he has crafted for himself. How about what's this?
Little sake.
Oh!
Kampai?
Kampai.
Don't shot it. That is very nice.
Oh, it's delicious. No, I just want another one.
And obviously you've got your Kansuri paste on the side, which is quite literally a condiment that you can just dip or rub or spread over as you enjoy the skewers.
So it's not cooked in?
No, very much served as a condiment.
Wow, that's fantastic. That makes a huge amount of difference.
So with the chicken skin, obviously, it's a really fatty, delicious, crispy, crunchy mouthful. When you add the paste in, it takes away from the fattiness and the richness, and it just provides that cut through with a little bit of spiciness. I didn't miss it, but when it's there, it feels complete.
So it was a product that, up until a few weeks ago, I'd never heard of, but the process of how they produce it is fascinating. In late spring, when the snow melts, they plant the chili seeds, and then they grow them through the summer, and you've got sufficient sun and heat and light to get wonderful, vibrant, tasty red chilies. Then they harvest them and salt them for a few months to preserve them while they wait for snowfall again. Once the snow has fallen, they scatter the salted chilies out across the snow. After a few days on the snow, which naturally dilutes some of the salt, but also takes some of the heat out of the chili, kind of almost sweetens them, then they mix it with chopped yuzu rind and the koji. And as a product, it is really only available in that very specific region of Japan. And there's only, we believe, one retailer that imports and sells it currently, or so they claim on their own site. What do we think about price?
I'm going to say £10 for the jar.
I'm going to say £15 for the jar.
It's about halfway between the two of you, £12.99, over £300 a kilo. And again, you wouldn't buy a kilo of it, but not cheap.
No, but I feel like I could use this more often than I could the massaged fish eggs.
Very true.
In more applications.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've established it's certainly not cheap. If anything, it's quite expensive.
It's very expensive.
It's also delicious, but is it pretentious?
No, it's Japanese. It's meticulously and perfectly executed. It's not
pretentious.
But
we are pretentious.
I would love it as well. I'd be like, try that. Now settle in, I've got a story to tell.
Let's bring on number 3 before they pick more holes.
Our Meal Packs app helps you become an all-cooking, food waste fighting, cost hacking, friend impressing, always learning, legendary home cook.
It also gets dinner on the table. Right, number 3. Oh, it's some sort of oily fish fillet.
So far we've been to Italy and Japan. Where are we going now, and what do you have on your plate?
Are we going under the sea? Is it an anchovy of some description?
It is an anchovy of some description.
Does this look like a normal anchovy?
It smells like a normal anchovy. Cheers.
I had to just do it. Because if I stopped, I wouldn't.
It's not as harsh as a normal anchovy.
It's true, it's not salty, is it?
No, that is actually quite delicious on its own.
I wouldn't describe it as delicious personally, but I'm not a fishy person, but you're right. That is a more delicate anchovy flavour.
Yeah.
It's not as harsh on the back of the throat.
No. I'm actually really enjoying just eating it.
It's got a meatiness to it, hasn't it?
The texture's a bit different. It feels a bit more cured. Like it's almost salami pepperoni texture.
That is a great, what an excellent description.
You're pretty much spot on. It is a high-end, very delicate, very sublime anchovy fillet from Zalo, Spain. Comes in a tin.
It's going to be Zayo. It's double L, Ebbers, and it's Spanish.
Nicely done.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yep. Very specifically, these are Cantabrian anchovies, fished in the Bay of Biscay between March and June by the Zalo family, and then tinned in that very area. Generations of history and family tradition, and it's still the cannery, the place where they process them, is still run by the same family.
It's Fuente Omega-3.
Oh, full of.
Sorry, Omega-3.
Thank you.
Would you like it in situ?
We.
Nice.
I feel like the food team went all out on the
But you know
first
what?
couple and then gave up.
Do you know what though? I'm here for it because that looks amazing.
It does.
What we have for you is some griddled bread with some salted butter and ready for your anchovy. So super simple.
Cheers.
Well, that is sublime.
That is like the perfect tapa. To me, the experience of that should be everything that anchovies are about. But they're not, because they are reduced to being put onto a pizza and that kind of thing, because they're not the best quality or they're not the finest premium ones. That just tastes like a really premium anchovy.
And kind of the reason we chose this, and we have spoken about it briefly before, is the idea of stigma. Not just of tinned food, but of what an ingredient is already supposed to be in a certain place. We might look down on food that you find in malls or train stations in the UK, yet it goes to the other side of the world and it's some of the best, places like Japan. Some of the best restaurants are underneath the metro stations. And in the case of Spain and Portugal, some of the best fish can be found in tins. The last thing perhaps to mention is that the anchovy, which are obviously relatively small fish, are hand caught one by one and filleted for you, which is quite a fiddly process. We focus our purchasing on fresh produce from the Cantabrian Sea, the Bay of Biscay, supporting one by one fish capturing techniques with local fishing fleets, thus preventing the accidental capture of dolphins.
How'd you accidentally capture a dolphin when
you're
fishing
looking for
an
a fish that
anchovy?
big.
I didn't mean it!
In which case, let's guess a price.
£13.
I'm going to go lower, I'm going to go 8.
Only a little higher, about £15. Works out about £1 a fillet.
I'm preempting the next question. To me, that is not pretentious.
Nah.
That is a premium version of an already good ingredient. It's a lot of money, but it's a treat, and I'm happy with that.
You've got to try it once, and therefore it's not pretentious and probably worth splashing out for once.
Final one, over to you.
Standard.
No, it's not standard.
Oh, it's got a little...
It's got a leaf, it's got grass in it.
What are you
It
getting
does not smell of anything.
You're correct. We are doing this.
Are we?
Yes.
Right. Cheers.
Cheers. It's like citric acid.
Oh! Score!
It tastes
That
like...
makes me scat.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't. Have you scat in your pants?
No, jazz scat. Citric acid could be a really, really good description.
It's
That is
invigorating, I'm doing more. Oh, I'm so alive!
I have gone back for a bigger spoon.
Oh, yeah! Oh. I think it's orangey.
Yeah.
It's not lemony.
No, but it is getting me back here as well.
Oh, do you know,
In the
like,
danglies.
it tastes like a powdered Barocca.
You're supposed
But
to dissolve
really,
those.
really sharp.
Citrus family.
Yeah, it's not like yellow citrus, it's orange citrus. That's great.
This is powdered lemon.
Oh, completely wrong then.
not the yellow citrus.
Main ingredient, maltodextrin, and then the lemon. So dehydrated lemon, and that's where you get that flavour, and they can basically take out all the moisture, and you get something that's very, very fine and perfect to add to all number of things. Where you don't really want the juice or the oil of zest.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We eat so well in these videos.
We really do.
We are blessed.
What you have is lemon and black tea truffles.
Interesting.
So we know that when you're working with chocolate, sometimes adding water is not a good thing, and they don't like each other. So in this instance, by using the powder, it's seamless. You can also then add it into the cocoa powder you dust, so even the cocoa powder dusting has got that lemon flavour.
That is superb.
Wow. The lemon cuts through amazingly. I imagine it's such good quality dark chocolate that the bitterness is offset by the citrusy flavour.
But I'm also getting a really strong taste of the tea.
Yeah.
That I don't think I would get if the lemon wasn't there doing its job as well.
So as a product, using the powdered lemon makes a lot of applications useful. They also talk about the ability to add it into like stuffings or breadcrumbs to top fish and things like that. That's a slightly more unusual application. I would imagine the zest of a lemon would get you the same place, but there's lots of places where that could be very, very useful.
But if I had this in my house, I would never ever use it because I can't think of enough situations where, as a normal, it would be useful for me.
It feels a bit sciencey.
I think the concept of it and what it is probably going to spook and scare a lot of normal home cooks. I think it's probably more used in professional baking.
God, this has gone straight to, my heart is pumping because I ate about 3 teaspoons of that and then I ate one of those.
Okay, as a pot, 150 grams. A little goes an awful long way. How much?
I'm going to say £10 for the tub. 150 grams, £10.
£15.
That tub is £9, so Mike, pretty close. Makes it £60 a kilo. Again, goodness knows what you do with a kilo of this stuff.
I think it's expensive, but like I said, I think in the right hands, it's got very, very specific, almost scientific use, and therefore for me, it's not pretentious.
It's science, it's not pretentious.
Over to you guys. We've talked around the subject a lot today, but perhaps we missed the point. Comment down below if you've got something else to add about any of these ingredients, especially if you're more familiar with them than we are.
And comment down below if you have any other ideas for pretentious ingredients that we should be reviewing next time.
And give the video a little like, please. I know what a mullet is, I know what the colour grey is,
Yep.
and I know
That's whatever it's going to look like in 20 years' time.